7 Don Shula drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago the Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. And we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
They'll run with a second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Now, these two teams have met a total of 15 times starting back in 1997. Of course, remember, Baltimore was moved from Cleveland by owner Art Modell back in 1996, so they didn't have a team prior to that. But they met in 97, 15 times since then. The most recent meeting was back in 2017, a 40-0 rout by the Ravens over the Dolphins in October of that year. Fitzpatrick from the gun on third down. It's complete to Graham. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here, game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here's big. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Third and short yardage, Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Open man, it's Preston Williams. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Understandable, we're going to see some of this first game of the year and a penalty.
Yeah, we are, and don't forget the emotion of it all as well. I mean, they've been building to this crescendo the entire offseason, so we maybe see some of this in the early part of the game.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Buying time to his left. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Jones. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Fitzpatrick, he's got it to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Fitzpatrick. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, Murray didn't give anybody a chance. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On the delay, it's Balaj. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's a bootleg with Fitzpatrick. And his throw here is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick six.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
a reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Here's Fitzpatrick. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but it's going to be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again, Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
We got this.
Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up second down. Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Towards the end zone for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action up.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Snead's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, Snead figures to be an important veteran presence for Lamar Jackson. 2 years ago, it was a disappointing 2017 for Snead. That was in New Orleans. But then had a bit of a bounce-back campaign a season ago in his first go-around with Baltimore. 62 catches, 650 yards. Did have surgery in the offseason on his left index finger, but back to full health and ready to go. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 42-yard line. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Roberts got it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Jackson, the quick slant caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his first career touchdown in his first career game as the Ravens push further out in front.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. He completes it to Bryant. So that'll get him the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
We saw everything we needed to see right there. Timing, anticipation, and accuracy. And when Josh Rosen throws a slant, if you're the receiver, get your hands up. Otherwise, the ball's going to stick right between your numbers in your chest.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. From the 41, Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. This one into the hands of the running back, Balazs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And
pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Chris Wormley. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. To throw is Rosen. It's complete to Grant. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
There go. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Jackson, option right. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they can't bring him down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. To throw is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did. Tries to hit Jennings, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram taking it in, and the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. On first down, it's Rosen. It's caught by Bryant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And now it's Rosen looking. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Just like that. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
This is Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Ravens, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Now let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team. Start your week by installing your game plan.